Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Harmony Inspired Health Podcast. I hope you are all fabulous wherever you are in the world. I am really good. I have just had so many long weekends, and that should be a really good thing, right? Long weekends. But I've had so much going on with work, my business, and so on, that the long weekends kind of are really disruptive because the kids are home and I forget to block off the public holidays and I've got clients booking in and all that kind of jazz. So yes, I am like coming off the end of a row of public holidays and I'm keen to get back into my routine. I love my routine. I'm a bit of a pitter like that. Anyway, I really wanted to have some real talk with you today. And to start off, I want to ask you something, Kriel. Have you ever woken up, looked around your life and thought, I should be happy? So why do I feel so empty? You did what you were told. You've got the career, you've built the home, you've ticked the boxes, you've smiled on cue. Maybe you even reached a version of success that others admire. But under the surface, a quiet ache begins. You feel exhausted, disconnected, like a vital piece of you is missing. Maybe it started with hormonal shifts, maybe it's low energy, chronic stress, mystery symptoms, or maybe it's just that whisper from deep inside that there is supposed to be more. I know it well because I was there. Years ago, I stood in a hospital ward as a nurse holding the pieces of everyone else's emergencies. Twin babies at home, a body that felt foreign, and anxiety disguised as busyness. My hormones felt hijacked by life. And the worst part, I knew on paper how to be healthy, yet inside I was crumbling. I wasn't sick per se, but I wasn't living either. And so when I talk about like having to deal with the amount of public holidays, to me, like that is a really good problem to have compared to what I was going through 10 plus years ago. And in that moment, when I felt like I was crumbling on the inside, it hit me that the paradigm we've been taught about womanhood, health, and success is fundamentally broken. We've been conditioned to survive, not live, not thrive. But there's an ancient wisdom that holds a very different story for us. So here is the good news. This is a story where your cycles, emotions, intuition, and evolution are not flaws. They are your superpowers. And this is the path of the higher self. And today I'm handing you the map that I wish I had all of those years ago and has taken me 10 years to formulate. Now, the first point of call on this map is health alchemy, the 5 dimensions of true wellness that we want to look after and somewhat achieve as a woman. So in our modern world, health has been reduced to numbers on a scale, green juices, calories, and gym memberships. But Ayurveda, the science of life, teaches something really profound. Health is a sacred alchemy. There are 5 dimensions that we must nourish. Our physical health, so our body is the vessel for us to move through this lifetime in. And Ayurveda sees the body not as just a machine, but a living ecosystem. And I think sometimes in the modern world, we see it as a machine. Right, we've got to eat this amount of calories, we've got to do this amount of workouts, it's got to get us up, take us to work. It does all these things for us. But we in Ayurveda see it as a beautiful living ecosystem. Your hormones, digestion, your energy, immunity, they're all dancing together to create this physical vessel that you are. When you ignore what your body is trying to tell you through those aches and pains or that intuition, that deeper knowing, whatever it is, she will eventually scream if you do not listen to her. And that is exactly what happened to me. I started to suffer with hormonal imbalances and had all of those horrid signs and symptoms of chronic fatigue, bloating, anxiety, brain fog. I had digestive distress. And these symptoms and signs, they're not random, they're messengers. The second of the 5 is mental health. the mind. In Ayurveda, the mind isn't separate from the body. It literally creates it and the life that you live. Your thoughts are chemistry. Your beliefs release molecules into your bloodstream. So chronic negative thought patterns will equal chronic inflammation and or a perception that life is terrible, which makes you feel terrible in your body. The third one is your emotional health, the heart. The heart holds unprocessed emotions like grief, anger, fear. They're like invisible weights. So over time, they imprint on your nervous system, your gut, and your immune health. Healing means learning to feel and release, not to suppress. Now, the fourth aspect of health is spiritual health, the soul. Disconnection from spirit creates disease. Without a tether to something greater, we feel lost, anxious, and fragmented. You don't have to label it as God or source or universe, but you must connect to your higher self, to something greater than what you feel is just your mind and body. Spiritual practices like meditation, mantra, prayer, they aren't just ritual, they are lifelines. And the fifth aspect of health, according to Ayurveda, is our dharmic health. This is your purpose, but it is so much more than that, and we will go deeper into that. But when you live out of alignment with your soul's purpose, no diet or detox will heal you. Your cells crave meaning as much as they crave nutrients. Healing is remembering who you are. Now, most women are trying to heal with only one or two of these dimensions activated. So no wonder it feels like running uphill. Ayurveda teaches us to heal at all levels: the mind, the body, the heart, the soul, and dharma. Now, that was all encompassed in health alchemy, the first pillar of the higHERself methodology. The second pillar is the empowered mind paradigm, your beliefs as biology. So now let's talk about this on a deeper level. Let's talk about your mind. From the moment you were born, women are fed a script: be smaller, be softer, be agreeable, don't want too much. And these scripts lodge deep in the chitta, the subconscious mind in Ayurveda. They create samskaras, which are emotional and energetic imprints that replay like old tapes, such as I'm not good enough, I'm too much, there is something wrong with me. But here's the wild thing: you can rewire your samskaras. Modern science calls it neuroplasticity, and Ayurveda called it mental alchemy thousands of years ago. When you heal the manamaya kosha, the mental emotional layer, you heal your health, your joy, and your future. Your beliefs either limit you or liberate you. You need to choose which one you want to align with. This is the empowered mind paradigm, choosing beliefs that align with your future, your higher self, and not your past. Now, the third pillar in stepping into your higher self is dharmic impact, living your purpose out loud. And now, the part that most women avoid is this one. I've worked with so many different women where we have got them really beautifully healthy. They're eating all the right things, they're moving their body, they're doing all the right things. They feel really good in that moment and really energized. But then when they have to go to a career that they don't like, or they're showing up in relationships or situations that is out of alignment with their dharma, they feel completely drained. They feel unwell. And it's not because they haven't built this beautiful, healthy lifestyle outside of that. It's because they are avoiding connecting on their dharmic path, their dharma, their purpose, their mission. We were taught to survive our lives, not to craft them. True purpose is not about hustle or titles. It's about living your soul's blueprint. And that's another thing why Ayurveda is so special, is because it looks at everyone's individual constitution. Your prakriti, which is the innate state, that your constitution that you were born with. And this will help determine your dharmic path. It'll also help determine the diet you're supposed to eat and the routines and the healthy lifestyle that you will help you along your pathway. Now, your purpose is also about serving in the only way that you can. We're so individualized, so only you can serve in this certain way. It's also about being a lighthouse for others. And Dharma is not just about what you do, it's about how you show up in the world. It's how you align with your highest values, your truest self, and live in deep authenticity every single day. When you suppress your Dharma, you suffer. But when you embody it, you heal. Your purpose is your greatest medicine for yourself and for the world. So let me say this loud and clear. Your purpose is not just about you, though. When you step into your Dharma, whether that means starting a business, raising a family, healing others, or sharing your gifts, or just showing up every day as your best self, smiling at strangers, helping people out in the grocery store if their grocery bag's too heavy and you've got the means to carry it. You don't just transform yourself when you're walking this dharmic path. You create a ripple effect that changes the world. And I think we can all agree we really want to make a bigger impact in the world today. It does need changing. It needs people walking their dharmic path. And that is why I call it impact. Because when one woman rises, she lifts everyone around her. And sister, the world is aching for your medicine right now. So let me ask you, are you ready to rise? Are you ready to reclaim your radiance, your purpose, your true higher self? Because the world needs more women not afraid of their power, not smaller, not apologizing, more women fully expressed, fully embodied, and fully on fire with life. This is your invitation to evolve. Now, if this speaks to your soul, please keep an eye out for my brand new book, Ayurveda and the Alchemy of Her. Inside, you'll find a full step-by-step guide to activating your higher self using ancient Ayurvedic wisdom, psychology, and actionable steps. You can start today. And if you're ready to not just live it, but teach it, apply for the Ayurveda Alchemist Academy, where we train the next generation of Ayurveda holistic health coaches to rise as leaders, healers, and change makers. All the links are in my show notes. I cannot wait to walk this path with you. You were never meant to shrink. You were born to shine. Let's rise, beautiful soul. The world is waiting. And on that note, thank you so much for tuning in to a Harmony Inspired Health podcast. It really does mean a lot to me that you want to spend some time with me in your ears. And if you loved today's episode, please subscribe, share it with a soul sister, and leave a 5-star rating. It's like giving us a high five, a podcast love. So until next time, stay radiant, stay dharmic, and stay evolving into your higher self.